what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Kamen Zero Spike back again once again, and today we have our Kamen Geats episode 20. And this was the episode that revealed at the end to the audience who the Desert Star is. And we also got to see a new sponsor for this episode as well. It's a very creepy girl who eats jelly beans in a very disturbing way. And yeah, we also introduced some new type of Jamato. The Jamato are actually starting to be able to talk and send messages, which is actually kind of creepy. But the gimmick for this episode is actually kind of funny. But a lot of fight scenes is a lot of the fight scenes in this episode were kind of lackluster. Also, the person who is the Desert Star, who is revealed to us, is kind of obvious. Hello, phone. I did not put you on vibrate, but it seems like it's just the way that they introduced the Desert Star in this episode. It's obvious that it was going to be one of the new characters. Like, it was obvious that it was going to be like one of the brand new people that we really haven't had time to adjust ourselves to. Yeah, I mean, we've already gotten rid of one, so might as well get ready to get rid of this one. And also try to make us feel some type of way about this character. If you don't know, if you don't know, like, why are you watching this video? Go watch the video, but hey, go watch the episode. But hey, go hit the like button before that, and then come back to this video so you know the details. But yeah, the Desert Star is Lopo. Lopo is the Desert Star. I mean, of course, of course, it wasn't gonna be our main three, and of course, it also was not gonna be Buffer. So why not be one of the new people out here, especially since like you only got one left because y'all got rid of Daichi like a few like an episode ago. So yeah, but in this episode we see that Keiwa gets like a call from his sister, because why not? He gets a call from his sister basically telling him that she ends up got delivered like this pineapple, and she got delivered this fruit, and the message tells her that, hey, you must eat this before sundown or this shit gonna blow up. Now, well, excuse my language, but yeah, essentially, Jamato are delivering fruits to people, to random people all over the city, and these fruits are bombs. They detonate at sundown. So basically what our characters are basically trying to do is find all the Jamato who are delivering these fruits and end up destroying them. But we find out that Keiwa, his sister, she ends up getting that pineapple, and then the pineapple ends up growing to a point where it starts to like put her like the vines coil around her, she's trapped and stuff like that, and the pineapple is actually getting bigger and bigger, and they don't know which cord to cut. It has a blue cord and a red cord, and they don't know which cord to cut. So Keiwa actually him and Geats, everybody else, essentially go out to find all these Jamato who are delivering these fruits, but also Keiwa is looking for a specific Jamato that has pineapples, and when he has the pineapples, he's going to see which cord he needs to cut for him to stop the detonation on his sister. But also in this episode, we get the reveal of this girl who likes eating jelly beans in a very sexual and sensual kind of weird way, and turns out she is a sponsor. She is a sponsor for Jamato. But she ends up being a sponsor for Buffer, since he is essentially he is like part Jamato now, but he's also a writer, and he's like sentient and stuff like that. So he is, he's an actual character. So she decides she wants to sponsor him, so they both can inevitably be able to accomplish both their goals. Her goal is to just say, hey, I like seeing the misery of humans, and oh, don't you want to like gain the power to be able to defeat all the Kamen Riders, which was his thing. So he basically decided he was going to do that. So also we see Niram eating a big ass sushi roll. I thought this thing was a cucumber from the side, yo. Like the innuendos I hear are freaking atrocious. But he also decides to take matters into his own hands without having the game master himself end up getting involved in any kind of way. We also saw how during the game, all our characters are trying to find these fruits and stuff, trying to find these Jamatos delivering fruits and things like that. We see that someone is throwing fruits at them, but it's not Jamato. They don't know who's throwing the fruits at them, but someone throws an apple at Geats and Kawa, and it ends up blowing up, and they don't know who threw that thing, but conveniently you have Lopo kind of like lurking in the background, and yeah, she's using the zombie buckle in this episode as well. But you have her kind of like lingering in the background as that happens. So you kind of just told us right then and there who the Star is right then and there. But after that, we also saw how Neon is being sponsored by her father, but also his dad, Sunfire, her dad, Sunfire, ends up he basically like gives off the hint that she's also being like protected by someone else and things like that. And her mom is actually there, and then her dad's like right there in one of those big audience rooms where they watch the games. We see that Neon is talking to her mom because her crazy mom calls her, stuff like that. Her mom is just like, I don't care what your dad says, I don't care about what he says about you. Like her dad, like he gets it. Like her dad's like, yeah, man, our daughter's matured. Her being out here helps with her independence. It helps her like grow. Like it helps her do so much things to be able to become like a functioning adult. And her mom's like, nah, forget all that. My baby is all, everything's out here is too dangerous. She can get hurt. She could die. All this other stuff, which I get. I understand that. But Neon wants absolutely nothing to do with her mother. Her dad kind of sorta, but she wants nothing to do with her mother because her mother is always trying to run her life and all this stuff. And Neon's like, no, I'm going to do whatever the duck I want to do. I'm going to find all my own ambitions in life and stuff like that. Because all my life you've always tried to restrict me. You've always tried to restrict me. I always tried to control me. I don't care. Like she's like, oh, we got a nice fiance for you. He's like, nah, find my own fiance, mine. Forget you, and hangs up in her mom's face. And then that's when Lopo comes up and she's like, hey, you alright? I'm like, she's like, yeah, I'm alright. So we do get they try to make us care about Lopo, which Lopo, we see her backstory, and because we already got glimpses of her backstory in previous episodes of her and Neon talking to each other, and we see that the reason why she's her wish is she wants to keep her athletic ability forever is because she has two siblings, a dad and mom, and her parents ran a restaurant, but then the restaurant kind of went downhill because their dad ended up getting sick and they might end up losing the restaurant. So she decides that, hey, if I stay athletic forever, if I stay awesome and athletic forever, then I will constantly get sponsorships and all these other opportunities to get money and stuff like that so I can help my family. Great story. Great motivation. It's dope. Like, for real. But I don't care about Lopo. Cool, she's a wolf and everything, but I'm a fox guy. If you know, you know. But at the end of the day, I don't care about Lopo. A lot of people don't care. I mean, I've seen people care about Lopo, but I don't care about Lopo at all. So, you kind of weird this whole time, and you kind of an asshole to everyone except Neon, and you kind of treat my boy K-Wa like crap. I don't like that because K-Wa's my boy. But other than that, we also saw how she was conveniently always around every time something sneaky happened. So we end up seeing that while that's happening, we end up seeing that Kawa, he ends up finding the pineapple Jamato. When he finds a pineapple Jamato, he chases him down, and he ends up evading. He ends up getting away from him. Turns out these Jamato are actually pretty freaking weak. They're just like Jamato and freaking blue delivery jumpsuits, and they're not all that strong. So we see that Kawa, he chases him down. The dude hides inside of an abandoned warehouse because it wouldn't be Toku without an abandoned warehouse, and he ends up taking the zombie buckle from Lopo, and as he using it himself to actually chop through these doors, go in there, grab that Jamato, and end up destroying him. Kind of overkill, But hey, I'm trying to save my sister here, and you're a Jamato. You have a weird head. I don't care. Your head's weird, bro. So he ends up destroying him, and when he destroys him, he sees that the pineapple, he sees the pineapple on the ground, and he ends up figuring out what cord to be able to cut, and it was the red cord. So after they end up doing that, he runs back home. Him and Geats, and Neon, and I think Lopo too. That's just how much I don't care about this character. But he ends up going back to there. He ends up with the stupidest tension of all, because like, bro, like, you know which cord to cut. You had a whole 30 seconds. I don't know why you sat there and waited for it to hit 4 seconds and then cut the thing. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, I get it. I mean, like, not every pineapple could have been the same cord. You know, not every pineapple could have been the same method. But at the same time, cut the damn cord. You waited all the way until 4 seconds, yo. I think it was less than that. Waited till like seconds, like single digit seconds to like cut this freaking cord. Shut up. So he ends up cutting the cord. When he cuts the cord, the whole freaking pineapple fades away, and no explosions, and we end up saving the day. But also, while that's happening, we did get the debut of Buffer. Buffer ends up coming back, and that's when Kay was like, "Oh man, you really Geats wasn't lying. Now that you actually are alive." He starts to fight Geats and Kaywa, and we see that I guess he still has that freaking zombie buckle, whatever. Geats is kind of just mocking him at this point. He's just like, okay, hey, you kind of you give it up on humanity, huh? You give it up on humanity, you know, stuff like this. I'm gonna defeat all the riders. It's gonna be a day where I defeat you. And he's like, man, you really is on this stuff about like trying to beat riders. I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, you're like, yeah, I'd rather become a freaking Jamato and do all this other ish to take down Geats and take down the rest of the DGP, which I get it because they killed your boy. But, you know, the revenge is hot. Like, he like Buffer wants vengeance. Like, and not even a Batman vengeance, just like the messed up, I'm gonna kill everybody vengeance. But, when he does end up meeting, you know, so we see that, while he's fighting Geats and Kaywa, well, he's fighting Geats at this point. They end up fighting for a long time. They fought from like the daytime to all the way to nighttime. So like, goddamn, like this was a thing. So we end up saying that the girl that, you know, the Jamato sponsor girl, she ends up going to the guy who's also sponsoring Geats, and as soon as she walks in here, my boy was strapped. My boy pulls out a gun. Well, not gun, but I'm not gonna say gun. He pulls out a blaster that conveniently looks like something he conveniently foreshadowing to something, foreshadowing to possibly a brand new freaking form that Geats most likely is going to get. But he says, hey man, you know, he's like, hey, only rider sponsors are here. Jamato sponsors get lost. And she's like, oh well, I'm sponsoring that guy right there. You know, he's part of Jamato and he a rider, so I guess I'm in the club, huh? And he's like, alright, she alright. So and after that, he ends up Geats does end up beating him, but I guess like Buffer is having too many problems with this, still having problems with turning into a freaking Jamato rider, which makes sense. But yeah, they did end up finding this and end up stopping all this stuff and everything. So after that, we see someone with a card. You see someone with this card, and turns out it's Lopo. And it turns out we end up seeing this, and it shows disaster mission. So she ends up she has a new mission now, essentially. But yeah, it's revealed that it's Lopo. So yeah, was not surprised at all. I mean, I knew that they weren't gonna make the disaster like one of the main people we've had ever since episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, and again, I knew it. Like, one of the new guys had to be the freaking sabotager or the imposter, because this is basically just a big game of Among Us. But other than that, man, it was kind of like it was very. This episode was like very predictable. It was very predictable. It was very. I still enjoyed the episode. I'm just saying, but this episode was very predictable. It was like, man, we knew. It was like as soon as you saw the like the apple being thrown, and then it blows up, and then you see like after that happens, like you see Lopo just standing there, like at a weird angle. Like you had her at like this really weird angle. We knew it was gonna be her, man. She just moves her head slightly. It was kind of awkward. Like that scene right there was kind of weird looking. But other than that, um, yeah, man. Uh, Especially when coming out of Buffer, like I'm just like Buffer's just becoming like this mindless monster at this point. Like your boy just basically freaking Shadow the Hedgehog. Like I don't know. I know I still like Buffer. It's just the fact is like he's gonna get more character development now that now that we introduced this whole new little girl, this whole new girl or whatever, who reminds me a lot of Azu from 01. But yeah, but other than that, you guys, I give this episode like a C. I mean, it was cool, whatever. But anyway, you guys, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about this episode of Kamen Geats. I did like this episode. I did. You also got a return of Base Magnum and stuff like that. I love that. But other than that, you guys let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of episode 20 of Kamen Geats. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was predictable? Do you care about Lopo? Because I don't. So yeah, but I'll see you guys next time. And stay henshined.